So premium bonds are the UK's most successful and most popular savings product. As a nation, we have invested more than £123 billion into them. And in recent months, we have seen the prize fund rate as high as 4.65%. But with the new drop of the prize fund rate to 4.4%, are premium bonds still worth it? Should you put your money in premium bonds or should you look elsewhere? So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I've won holding my money in premium bonds since the end of 2022. I'm going to show you everything that happened per month. And in the end, I'm going to show you the total and tell you my opinion on whether or not it was right for me, particularly to put my money into premium bonds or if I should have put it somewhere else. Now, it is worth mentioning that premium bonds is all to do with luck. Some people win big, whereas some people will earn smaller amounts, and then a lot of people will win absolutely nothing. It is definitely not a guaranteed place to put your money if you're expecting returns. Although the value of your money is not going to go down in terms of its nominal amount, you could for months or even years consecutively not win a single penny. So definitely, if you're expecting something, don't put your money into premium bonds. So currently the prize fund rate is 4.4% and the odds of winning per £1 bond held into premium bonds is 21,000 to 1. So of course it isn't the highest chance in the world that you are actually going to win something, considering how much money there is in the system. So I opened my premium bonds account back in November 2022, and when I opened it, I deposited £5,100 into the account. Now it is worth mentioning that your bonds have to be held for an entire month before they are eligible for the next month's prize draw. The prize draw usually happens in the first few days of the month, happens every month. But of course, if you've just deposited money in it, you won't be eligible straight away. So in December of 2022, I was not actually eligible for any premium bonds, and therefore my winnings in December was 0. A top tip is to put your money at the end of the month because there's less days wasted in doing nothing. For example, if you put your money in on the 1st of November, you're going to have to wait the entirety of November and then December for them to be eligible in the next year's January. So in January 2023, that was my first ever prize draw. I had an eligibility of £5,100. At that point, the prize fund rate was 3% and the odds of winning per £1 bond held was 24,000 to 1. In the same month, I also decided to add another £550, and this will change the odds of winning in the next few months. So in January, I was very happy and I won £50, and I couldn't complain about that. My first ever prize draw, and I won a big £50, more than the minimum of £25. Now in February of 2023, again I had an eligibility of £5,100. This is because of course the £550 that I deposited in January has to be held for an entire month, and it will be eligible in March's prize draw. So the prize fund rate in February of 2023 actually rose to 3.15%. The odds of winning stayed the same. This is because all they had to do was just increase the number of prizes and the odds remained the same. So in February, I won once again, winning £25, giving my grand total for 2 months to be £75. So in March of 2023, I had an eligibility of £5,650. The prize fund rate again increased to 3.3%, but the odds of winning still stayed the same. I didn't fund my account again in March, and I won a massive £100, which I was really happy about, considering that I didn't have a lot invested into premium bonds at that time. So at the end of March, my total winnings was £175. So in April of 2023, I had an eligibility of £5,675. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 3.3%. The odds of winning stayed the same too, and in that month, I added a further £1,565. However, in April, I found out that you could also win absolutely nothing, and in that month I did not win a single penny. So in May of 2023, I had an eligibility of £5,775. The prize fund rate and the odds of winning stayed the same. So in May again, I decided not to contribute further to my premium bonds, and I won £25, which again I was quite happy about, bringing my total to be £200. So in June of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £7,340, a bit more sizable than I had previously. The prize fund rate was still at 3.3%, and the odds of winning per £1 bond held was 24,000 to 1. I also did not add anything this month, and I also didn't win anything in this month. So in July of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £7,365. The prize fund rate increased this month to 3.7%, and the odds of winning stayed the same at 24,000 to 1. I didn't add anything this month, and 2 months in a row I did not also win anything, showing everyone that you can have many months in a row that you don't win anything with premium bonds, as it's all to do with luck. So in August of 2023, I had an eligibility of £7,365. The prize fund rate increased to a quite impressively high 4%, and the odds of winning finally dropped to 22,000 to 1 per £1 bond held. This was also the month that I decided to contribute quite a bit to my premium bonds account, adding a further £4,835. Maybe the increase in prize fund rate really helped, because that month I won a nice £100. That brought my total so far to £300. In September of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £7,365, and the prize fund rate increased to a very high of 4.65%, and the odds of winning dropped once again to 21,000 to 1. I didn't add anything this month further to my account, and I also didn't win anything in September. So in October of 2023, I had a big eligibility of £12,200. The prize fund rate was still high at 4.65%. Odds of winning stayed the same. I didn't add anything extra this month, but luckily I won £50 that month. Very happy to see that. That brings my total winnings to £350. In November of 2023, I had the same eligibility of £12,200 in my premium bonds account. The prize fund rate and the odds of winning were the same. In this month, I actually took out £500 because I needed it for something urgent, but in that month I actually won, winning the smallest prize available of £25. That brings my total so far to £375. And in December of 2023, even though I took out £500 the previous month, I had an eligibility of £12,250. The prize fund rate and the odds of winning stayed the same. I didn't add anything to the account, neither did I actually win anything in my premium bonds account. In January of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £11,750, so that £500 deposit comes into effect now, because of course we have to hold our bonds for a whole month. Prize fund rate and odds stayed the same. I didn't add anything to the account, neither did they give anything to my account, because I didn't win anything in January. In February of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £11,775. This was the last month that the prize fund rate was at 4.65%. Odds of winning being the same, I added nothing extra this month, and in February I won for the first time 2 prizes, one £25 prize and one £100 prize, giving me a total of £125 for the month of February, and bringing my total so far earned from premium bonds to be £500. In March of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility was at £11,775. The prize fund rate actually dropped to 4.4%. However, the odds of winning remained the same at 21,000 to 1. I didn't add anything extra this month. However, I did win a nice £50 that month, bringing my total to be £550 from premium bonds winnings. In April of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £11,775. The prize fund rate was the same at 4.4%, also the odds of winning was the same. And in this month, I took out £2,000 for my taxes, and in this month I won £50, bringing my total to be £600 earned so far holding premium bonds. Currently now I have an account balance of £10,000, and what I'm going to try to do is to keep it constant at £10,000 in order to see what someone typically could earn with £10,000 in premium bonds. I've changed the settings so any winnings don't get reinvested, so I'll keep you updated on what someone could win with £10,000. So am I happy with my premium bonds winnings? I would say definitely yes. Making £600, 100% profit, no tax included, is always a good thing. Of course, if I put my money into easy access savings account, doing the maths, don't think I'll be getting £600. So all in all, I do think for me personally, it was a good investment, although I wouldn't consider premium bonds being an investment. You should always note that premium bonds are completely to do with luck, nothing else. And if you want something guaranteed, please don't go with premium bonds. But make sure to check out some of my other videos and I will see you in the next video.